Now, like it's straight now. I don't know what the heck just went on, bro. Rob, if you coming into the building, man. I don't know what just went down. You don't give the breakdown of the Wizard of Oz. It's about to be lit. It's about to be hot. We the hottest, we the sensation on YouTube right now. We the hottest sensation. We the night wonder of the world. Get them in the building. You don't want to miss this one. This one's gonna be good. This one's gonna be real good right here. The breakdown of the Wizard of Oz. Oh yeah, nice and slow. Let me get that thumbnail in the building for you. This right here going in the Young Girl, the greatest hit file. Another greatest hits. We're gonna give them time to get in the building as we proceed to give you what you need. It don't stop, it don't quit, baby. You thought it was over. The other people, the other guys, they running out of ammo. They gotta come get some ammo from us. It's so bad, we gotta give our enemy ammo. They ran out of ammo. We want to give a chance, so we giving them some ammo. Oh yeah. Let me switch to that. We got 10 people in here, man. Let's give them time to get in here. Share that, like it on your Facebook and all that, man. It's about to be a hit, a #1 hit. You in the hey, Young Girl of the Gang, we in the building, bro. Let me get that chat pulled up so I can see who all in the building. Oh yeah, nice and slow. We got shout out Miller Arrow, shout out Lady Al, shout out D Miller, shout out Shahara. I don't know how to say that name right. All right, let's switch to the left. Let's switch to the center of our screen. Yeah, man, we got like 14 people in here. That's enough right there. That's enough. That's enough right there to crack heads, bro. Switch to that laptop. Oh yeah, it don't stop, it don't quit. Let me get the chat pulled up. Hey, if you're new to the page, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Wizard of Oz folder. Oh yeah, we're about to get it cracking. Let me find this folder. Now, what is the crap? Okay, it's right there in the middle. All right. Follow the yellow brick road. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me out there in YouTube land? Hey, can you hear me clear? I got the chat pulled up. Somebody drop in the chat if they can hear me, man. Am I loud and clear? All right, we good, Lady Al. I appreciate you, Lady Al. So we have the movie Wizard of Oz, which have 4 distinctive characters. One, the main character being Dorothy. Then the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion. And they're following the yellow brick road. And everybody, this is all alchemy, man. This is all alchemy done on us to see how woke we are, to laugh, pretty much play, joke, and make poke fun at us. Right? Dorothy is a living, breathing being. She's not an artificial person. She's a living, breathing being.
flesh and blood being, the natural person, the proper persona person. And they really, you got to be careful with the word person too, because they got tricks for that. They got tricks for all kind of words. You got to be careful with their word games. Because once you go into person, then they put you on the artificial. You know what I'm saying? So the story takes place in Kansas. Let's get a picture of the map of Kansas. Why would they pick Kansas? Because Kansas is the center of the United States. Kansas is the center of the United States. Hit that like button, man. We're about to grade the crack heads. Take that ball cap off and put it off in the corner. We're about to get ready to crack heads, man, and twist caps. Yeah, class is a session, my nigga. Hey, hit that like button. You want to show me some love on the donations? Because it's the first of the month. We good for donations. Yeah, baby. And we want to show some love. We're gonna post the Cash App and the link. And we're gonna post the PayPal as well. For guys that don't got Cash App. When I tell you this right here about to be another one of them classic going in the Young Elder file, man. There's gonna be another one of them classes going in your Young Elder file. So they picked Kansas as the central point for the movie. Kansas is the central point for the United States, implying the whole United States, just like they did in the movie King Kong, where they implying that Congo was Central Africa. So Kansas is dead heart Central America. Right? Keep in mind, if you read the Return of the Ancient Ones book, keep in mind this land is part of the Louisiana Purchase, Kansas. And also as well, Kansas derived from one of our names that we called our tribe. Also, as well, you got to look into the capital of Kansas. What's the capital of Kansas? Let's pull that picture real quick. Let's see if we got. The Kansas is where they hide the records about you and who you are about this land. Kansas, yeah, we got your ass, nigga. Somebody say Young Elder get these niggas. We got their ass. Yeah, we got your ass because I'm like that McGruff crime dog. We sniffing your ass out. We sniffing their ass out. And we watch all your movies you put out, your Law and Orders and your Lincoln Lawyers, and yeah, we watch all that shit. You lie to me. And so we know that, and you told us in your own movies, you told us if we want to find out the real criminals and who really controlling things, follow the money. Follow the money. So we started following the money. The first spot that we landed is in Kansas. We're going on a journey here, Young Elder Gang. We're going on a journey. This shit is about to get crazy because a lot of the shit that me and the brother Rod Hayes is doing is going over people's head. But the ancestors, it ain't us that's doing it, it's the ancestors that's doing it. The ancestors are letting everything be known right now. In the Mother Empress Patrice book, she talks about Kansas. And Chief Warhorse mentioned Kansas. About it starting in Kansas, by Kansas is the safe, is where they hide our records. Kansas is where they hide our records. Right? About us. In the movie, it takes place in Kansas, right? We got them niggas, man. Don't worry about them. We got these niggas, Young Elder Gang. We got these niggas. Somebody say Young Elder get these niggas, man. Somebody in the crowd say Young Elder get these niggas, man. It's game over, man. It's game over, bro. It's game over. So in the movie, the tornadoes take place in Kansas. Dorothy lived in Kansas. The tornado take place in Kansas. What do the tornadoes symbolize? The tornado symbolized Dorothy being picked up from her real reality, her world that the real world, and taken into an artificial world. This is the beginning of the Matrix right here. This is the beginning of the Matrix. Being taken out of the real world, the natural born world, and taken into another world which they created in the mind to trap you in. Right? And it started, they hid your records in Kansas, and then they hit you with a tornado and lifted you up into an artificial corporation. Now everybody's artificial corporations. You really don't exist. Non-existence. At least that's what they tell you, and they got you thinking. So that tornado symbolizes Dorothy being picked up and took into this artificial world, which they call it the Matrix. Now, let's go back. This is part of that tornado. This is one of the main key pivot points. Part of that tornado, the Federal Reserve Act. Woodrow Wilson Fanging America. Go back and get that tape. Go back and get that tape. Woodrow Wilson Fanging America. And understand what took place when these guys were smelling their finger on Jekyll Island. They were smelling their finger. They thought they had us. Right? So this is that tornado pulling you up into this artificial Oz, the world of Oz. You know what I'm saying? It's the Matrix, the Oz part. There's a vortex. The tornado is a vortex. That's right, Lakeisha, Neil. That's right, electromagnetic fields. So, but metaphorically, it symbolizes the creation of an illusionary world, the Matrix, the Oz, right? Oz. So the 1913 Federal Reserve Act is what you want to study, man. When Woodrow Wilson Fanging America. That's part of getting you up into this. That's how we plugged you in. They plugged you into the Matrix. They didn't really completely plug. People started plugging niggas in until 1933 when they started putting out the Social Security cards and things of that nature. We'll get into that. Right? So what did this create? The 1913 create the first character when Dorothy get pulled up into this illusionary matrix. The first character that creates is the straw man. Let's get that straw man pulled up. If he only had a brain. If he only had a brain. Once Dorothy get pulled up into this illusionary world, hold on, Malcolm. We're gonna get to you, Malcolm. We got something. We're gonna raise you up, Malcolm. Don't worry about nothing, baby. We got you. We got the ancestors. We got you in the palm of our hand. He got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole world in his hand. Now be stealing my shit to try to put it for a scary movie. But the first thing they did, the first thing this did when Dorothy she met the straw man. The straw man is the all caps you. Go back and get that tape. We got out call Meet Your Straw Man. We building up to this stuff. See, people say, man, why you did the Wizard of Oz tape yet? I'm doing it now because now you got the straw man tape. You got the Woodrow Wilson tape. You got a couple more tapes with the brother Rod. You got a couple more tapes that now when you hit his tape, okay, it make all clear sense to you now. So the straw man is the all caps you, the artificial you, the person without a brain, the person that don't exist, the person that can get 100 years, the person that can get charged for all kind of charges that really don't exist. They really don't exist. It's an artificial world. It's the world of Oz. The straw man is the first part to pull you into the land of Oz. Well, hey, we got them, man. Don't worry about it. Hey, Mike knows. We're finna get these niggas, man. These niggas, it ain't no, I'm telling you, man. And then at the end of all this, after we get through getting them and putting the truth out, we're gonna shake hands and we're gonna work together. That's right. As one. Because there's no number but one. It's a thing that Anu told me before I got shot down here to do this particular time. There's no number but one. But we gotta tell the truth. And the truth is what make you free. The truth is what gonna make you free. The straw man is your all caps, like we said, so they can capitalize off you. So they can get you into their system, get you into the land of Oz. He's going looking for a brain. At the end, he's giving, you know what they give the straw man at the end when at the end of when they meet the guy that's behind the curtain. He gives the straw man a diploma. He gives him a degree from a college. He gives him a paper balled up that's a college degree. And that degree still keeps him as a straw man. It don't teach him about the straw man. It just give him a so-called step paperwork to where he can make some money. And that's the brain that they give you. They give you this. You think you got a brain because you went to college. You think you got a brain because you got a doctorate degree. Then you got a brain. You don't got no damn brain. As long as you're a straw man, you artificial. You don't got no damn brain. Your ass still artificial with that diploma. You still fake. Artificial is another word for fake. So niggas think that they running their nose up because you went to college and you think you got the knowledge. But your ass still artificial. You still a straw man. You still trapped in Oz. Oz. You still trapped in Oz. So that's the first character she come in contact with. Keep in mind your straw man. We're gonna be having classes on how to capture your straw man coming up, man. I'm telling you, brother putting in work for you. You want, like I say, you want to show me that some love? We posting the Cash App and the link. Let me pin it real quick. Man, when I tell you I love y'all and I'm putting in some work for y'all, bro, we ain't gonna let up on it. We ain't gonna get we speeding your ass all the way up right now. We're giving you everything you need, all the ammo you need. No slack, baby. No slack. Trust me. Trust and believe, bro. We got that. I mean, I got other books coming. I got other books coming that I'm gonna dig in for y'all. I'm thinking in Baba books, because Baba got pretty much everything that we be talking about. Baba be already been had that shit in the book. It's just a book that I don't got or don't know about yet. And then I get the book and like, damn, Baba already said this shit right here. He already said all of it right there. Then what I do is take a magnifying glass to it and then bring it to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking a magnifying glass to this shit. Yeah, but so you understand the straw man. Understand the straw man is the character that's in the Wizard of Oz, which pulls you up into this this Oz type world. The next guy you got is the Tin Man. Let's get that Tin Man pulled up. Y'all get a little breakdown of the Wizard of Oz. If you tuned in now, hit that like button for me. All right, so the Tin Man, you see, he got a funnel on his head. That's supposed to be the he looking for a heart. He looking for a heart, right? The Tin Man, the heart is the physical. The heart represents flesh and blood, a natural born person, a real person. So he's not a real person because he don't got a heart. When you go in court as an artificial person, you go in and you get they treat you as a coward. Why? Because you don't honor your mothers and your fathers and stand up on the Constitution. You go in the court and you go in there with no heart, and they treat you as such, and they treat you like a coward. A coward got no heart. So they treat you like that. And thus you get 5,000 years. And then if they had a way to do it, they'll raise your ass when they give you 5,000 years and you die in jail, they'll raise your ass back to get the rest of the time out of it. That's type of niggas, that's type of people we dealing with, man. When the so-called Holocaust for the Jews happened, and they came back to take those German soldiers, those generals to court. One dude was like 90-some years old. He was about to die in 3 days. They paid to keep him alive just so they can hang it. Just so they can hang it. What type of people we dealing with? They paid a guy about to die. He came and confessed his sins. He was about to die. He was about to die. Hey, shout out to brother Rod Hayes, man. If he watching, hey, he about to die 2-3 days. They paid to keep him alive just so they can hang him. What type of nigga? What type of shit is it? Right? What type of shit is it? So you see that the funnel is the funnel of information in. The axe is dealing with agriculture and building, right? But he don't got no heart, so he really just he rusty because he don't got no knowledge and he don't remember what he is. And this particular 10 man stands for, let's get it, young the gang. We in the building. This particular 10 man stands for the TIN number, which is a tax ID number, which is another word for social security number. So this is the 10 man part of it, of the Oz, the matrix. It's another part that pulls you into the matrix. The red letters connection with the tax ID number, so you can pay your 10% to the popes and the churches of Rome and the queen. Right? So this is a 10 man. This is your 10 man. How do you claim the 10 man got to get a heart to say, what the hell? Why I gotta pay y'all if I'm indigenous? Why I gotta pay y'all, period? Right? Why do I owe y'all? The 10 man don't know that because he don't stand up. He ain't gonna stand up because he ain't got no heart. He ain't got no heart, man. Because they spook you. Time you stand up, stick ready to stand up. They say, oh, they gonna come, they gonna get you. The devil gonna get you. Jesus gonna get you. Somebody gonna get you if you standing up to him. If they don't want you to stand up to him. Somebody, I'm telling you, better not try to mess with your IRS, man. The Internal Revenue Services or the Inquisition Revenue Service, you better not mess with them, man, because I'm telling you a 10 man. 10 man don't got no heart. So that's the second character that Dorothy comes in contact with after she's not in Kansas anymore. She's in an artificial world. They took us from Kansas. They got us in Kansas, got our know who we are, got our paperwork of who we are on our land and titles, and then they pulled us up in the whirlwind or tornado up into this artificial world and gave us made us into 10 man tax ID numbers, straw man, all capital U, artificials, non-existence, for legal purposes. And we're not lawyers. So that's my disclaimer is we not lawyers, man. If you need legal advice, go seek a lawyer. But we just give this right here is only for educational purposes only, man. I'm telling you. We got to say that, right? So hey man, so the TIN number, what you know about that? What y'all know about that in the chat, man? The 10 man. Your 10 man. Your 10 man is your social security number. It's how they track you to pay taxes. It's how they 10 man you. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This is what's going on in the world today, bro. All right, so as we move along. This will be good. We're just building up. You know how young Illa do. We build up. We build up to the point, and then we go in. All right. The next character is, keep in mind, we stick right up out of Kansas. Is the nigga look like a wolf. The lion who don't got no courage. He need courage. Courage is the same thing as the Tin Man need a heart. Courage gives them the power to stand up and say, I'm not an artificial person. I'm not a Tin Man. I am not a scrawl man. I am a living, breathing flesh being. Right? I'm a living, breathing flesh being. So we lack the courage. We lack the courage to stand up for our ancestors. We lack the knowledge, which is why we perish. We're trying to give you the knowledge. The knowledge is the power you need to take your seat again. Knowledge is power. The knowledge is what you need to take your seat again. A lot of this shit might go over niggas' head. But you need the courage. A king must have courage. So you can't be a king. And people don't like the word, we don't like the word king, really. You know what I'm saying? Because the king go spell, right? Sleep. That's what they did to us. They rocked us asleep with the king goose spell. 6,000 years sleep that we waking up right now, and we're waking up rapidly. And we usually don't wake people up after this point because they can be dangerous. Remember, Morpheus told Neo that we usually don't wake people up after a certain time because they can be dangerous to us here. So we only here to get a chosen few to wake people up, right? So the courage is us standing back up and saying who we are and being proud about it. After all the tapes we put out this month on the information, you should have an idea at least who you are to go off of. To go off of. So you have that courage, stand up, represent the Constitution, just represent your ancestors, period. You know what I'm saying? So that's the third character. So she need courage, she need a brain to get to know what that scrawl man is, and she need the tax ID number is to tie you into the scrawl man. I'll tie you into the this matrix. Right? Now, on their journey, they tell them to follow the yellow brick road. Now, what does that mean? Follow the yellow brick road. There's several meanings to it, to follow the yellow brick road. But the meaning we taking is follow the goal. Where is the goal? Because the yellow brick road, this is the money. The money, it represents money, wealth, right? The yellow brick road represents wealth, money. It represents gold blocks, those gold blocks. Let's get that. Right? Which they took from us. At least they think they did. We got moves for everything, boy. We got moves for everything. But you see that those are the gold bricks, which represents wealth, which represents real money, right? And then, like we say, when you do an investigation, good cops say follow the money, and you'll find out what's happening. So we follow the gold, and like we said, it started in Kansas. All the paperwork, all the stolen documents is hidden in Kansas. It's part of their conjure wars, like the brother Rod Haynes said. It's got everything. It's got to be done alchematically in order for this shit, for their stuff to work. It's got to be done alchematically. So by them putting it in Kansas, Kansas is the center point. If anybody in alchemy know about the neutral point, you got to have the positive, the negative, and the 0 point. So Kansas would be the 0 point for one of their alchemists. They setting up to rob us of our wealth and our inheritance and our nationality. So in that Capitol building that we showed you, some kind of alchemy is going on in that Capitol building, man. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Might take a trip out there to Kansas and take a look at this building. We ain't trying to vandalize and nothing like that. We just want to take a look inside. Is it a public building? If it's a public building, we the public want to go inside and look around, sniff around, see what we see. Because I believe they hiding some kind of artifacts in here. That's why they got that dome. That's the woman that represents Big Mama's breast right there. And then they put like Rod, that the brother Rod Hayes said, they put their people on the top to say that they conquered it. They conquered the land of Big Mama. Right? They conquered the land of Big Mama. With this, you got to look at the symbolism in this shit. Then look at how it's laid out. It's laid out like a T. Or like, you know what I'm saying? It's laid out. You got to look at how they lay their buildings as all alchemy. But we know this right here dealing with, it could be dealing with, you know, we can't say so much, but you just take just all the things that go through your head of what it could be. But you see that dome is dealing like with the, like we know, like a mosque type thing, right? So you can tell that Moors influenced this. This ain't Caucasian structures. This is Moor structure dealing with the mosque, Muslim Moors. And they could be working for the same niggas that Rod Hayes dropped a dime on. But they hiding some in this building. I believe underground in this building, there's probably some underground city down here in Kansas. And they hiding our artifacts down there and all our goddamn shit. And then that's where they took us up into this Scraw Man, Tin Man, Wizard of Oz ass shit. Right? Just like they said. The alchemy always starting in the center point. And that Capitol building is in a particular city called Topeka. And I think I heard Chief Warhorse say something about this city here holding the records. We got the ass. Somebody say, hey, somebody, yeah, we're gonna talk about the gold rush electromagnetic. The gold rush was, I'm building up to that part to tell you why they did the gold rush. It's dealing with Abu Bakr's gold in the underground city that's in North Dakota. We're about to break that down. Okay. We're building up for you. This shit just get started. We just get started. This right here shit is light. The first shit is light. I'm just building you up. But this right here, Capitol, is where they hiding them damn records at, man. I'm telling you. And that's where they took us up into this artificial shit. Okay? Keep that in mind. We're going to investigate that city later. So we start following the goal. And we remember, we ain't heard nothing about Fort Knox ever since back in the 50s, man, or the 80s or whatever. Why? How much gold is at Fort Knox now? Or did they did these people rob this place? And they did rob it allegedly and took the gold to Switzerland. They robbed us of the gold because you got to go back to when the president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, this is all part of the Oz thing. Keep it in mind. This is all part of the Oz thing, right? Taking you up into the Oz. You had the Gold Act. The Gold Act. Right? You remember Franklin D. Roosevelt, and keep in mind, them niggas, it's them dudes that wear them clown hats, wear our crown and know about the crown, the miles. And this is I think it's Franklin D. Roosevelt signing the Gold Act where they robbed us of all our medals. And that's part of the Masonic order too. When you come in, they rob you of all your medals. So when by the time you make it to the son, the Sir Paul son of God, the vicar, the Pope, the worshipful master, you ain't got nothing to offer but yourself, your physical vessel. This is the same thing dealing with this shit, man. All up in the Oz shit, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So they robbed everybody of their gold on the streets and try to transfer all your wealth, natural wealth, over to these suckers that the brother Rod Hayes dropped a dime on, man. About to get them niggas in a minute though. So it's under executive order of the president issued April 5th, 1932. Keep in mind, 33. Keep in mind, they had, once they lost the land in 28 by Noble Drew Ali, they had to come up, they was going bankrupt. They filed for bankruptcy, and we got the bankruptcy slips too, the new ones and the old ones. One of them we got from the brother Rod Hayes yesterday. And we found out that the niggas that made this order, their name is on that damn list. And the reason why they took your gold, because you artificial. You artificial now. You don't need no gold. Artificial people don't need gold. So let's take all what anything real they got, let's take it because they artificial. So if your property, real property, you got to look up the definition of real property and real money. Real money is gold. So if anything that's real, they robbed you of it, whether it be land, whether it be car, whatever you got that's physically real, they consider it as physically real. They snatched it from you, just like we did them when we kicked them out of ancient Kemet. When we kicked these Hyksos out of ancient Kemet, we took their metals, took their gold, took their stuff. And then when we took them out, the pimps, the Moors, when they had the women in the Harlems, they took all their money. They didn't let them have nothing. And still to this day, real pimps, that's part of the real game of pimping, because I got the books on pimping. That's part of the real game of pimping, is not letting the woman have no money. You taking all the money because you got to stay in control. Well, you got loans, you got all the money. And it makes it hard for them to leave with no money. So once they made you into an artificial scrawl man and 10 man, and a nigga that's aligned with no heart, they then robbed you of everything real, of physical wealth that you got. Your land, your gold, your silver. And then in exchange, they gave you artificial monopoly fiat currency to replace the real money, because you don't need no damn real money no more. Your ass artificial. You will start damn scrawl man and a 10 man. You don't need no damn real money. So let's give you some monopoly money, because we just pretty much did an arithmetical equation on you from Kansas. You're not in Kansas anymore, see? Ladies and gentlemen, we're not in Kansas anymore. You think they tell that shit for no reason? They fucking with us. I gotta not at least lessen the curse words, so they can because they that young boy say what he want, but they dismonetize me. Oh, they don't let my videos get monetized because they say, oh, I said 1 or 2 cuss words. Come on, man. Come on. So they artificial your ass. An artificial guy, a scrawl man, 10 man don't need no gold. Gold is real money. You don't need no real money because you ain't even real. You are artificial. You're not in proper persona. You black, you Negro, you colored. You under the black Christian codes. You don't need no money. So let's take all their money and let's give them artificial money. Let's give them monopoly money. They could have handed you ass crack money, whatever. Because it don't matter, because you ain't real. You ain't real no more. They put you in the matrix. They pulled you into the matrix. They pulled you into the land of Oz. I'm telling you, this is real truth, man. This is real truth. The ancestors speaking right now. This is real truth. The ancestors, man, show some love. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell if you're in the building. We're about to crank up on this joint, man. We just not getting built up. We're just not getting started, man. For my people that's coming in the building, you want to go back and check it out. We building up on this game. So artificial people don't need wealth. What artificial people gonna do with wealth? You don't have no need for wealth. That's why you broke, nigga. You broke because you artificial, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Look, you poor because you artificial. Nigga, you don't exist. Poor people don't need you. We barely won't even give you. We shouldn't even be giving you food and water. Artificial person don't need that neither. So that's what they're saying. That's how they feel it. That's why they can say to you and treat you like useless eaters. That's why you're a useless eater, because you're artificial, and all you is a slave to pay so they can use your 10 man to collect money off of your slavery. United States corporation is nothing but a big plantation that's on American soil. They turned America into a plantation, mentally, a mental plantation when they made you artificial. The Matrix. It's the Matrix. It's the Oz. It's Oz. So you wonder why they can pull you over and tow your car? Because artificial niggas don't need no car. It's our car. You just borrowing it because you got the registration to the state and all that. You just borrowing this car, and you are artificial intelligent robot. You pretty much robots. They pretty much turned people into robots in 1913, between 1913 and 1933. Really, they turned niggas into robots in 1933. Turn people into robots. This is the beginning of the human robots right there, 1933. So people walking around thinking they got some money. You got these niggas, these rappers, they on Instagram, they flexing $200,000-$300,000 and they ain't got nothing but a whole bunch of monopoly money. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get me an Instagram, I'm gonna get me a whole bunch of monopoly money, and I'm gonna get up there and hold it to my ear. It's the same shit. It's the same money, same type of money. It's just that in your mind, you think that money is real, and then you think that the monopoly money is not real because of the Wizard of Oz. And keep in mind what a wizard is all about. Keep in mind what the hell a wizard is all about. You got to think about that, man. A wizard is a nigga that casts spells, is what they say, right? Magic, illusions, right? But we say a wizard is a wise guy, a wise guy who was an alchemy, who knows the science, right? And so, but they can go both ways. So they created this illusionary world to put you in, to trap you. And we're gonna follow that yellow brick road. That yellow brick road gonna lead us to a certain place. Now, another thing they did in the movie as a subliminal message, before we keep going, we want to point this out. And it's all this movie is stemming around what happened to America. The movie Pocahontas. See, it's key movies that you need to let the kids watch and break down for them. Pocahontas, Wizard of Oz. Break down these movies because they tell a story about our history. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the ad. Somebody say you don't get able to get the ad, bro. This is about to be good. Peace and love. All right, so you know these plants are called poppies. So on a journey, they experienced an encounter with the witch, the wicked witch. One of the wicked witches who drugged them. And keep in mind, witches is dealing with chemicals, and chemicals is dealing with drugs. And we told you who was responsible for the drugs, the chemicals, right? The knights who are alchemical assassins, and they own the Sea Boys who Rick Ross was working for, and Big Meech. And several other people who kept their damn mouth closed and did what these people told them, and they living good right now, and you don't even know nothing about them really. But they pump millions of dollars worth of chemicals on your streets, right? And that witch was a part of that art. That witch in the movie is symbolic of these people right here who, let me get that picture pulled back up. So they drugged Dorothy. They drugged Dorothy. Hold up. We got the ass, bro. Don't worry. They drugged Dorothy. And this is symbolic of America, the drugs being pumped into America. Into especially all the natives who now being pulled up into this straw man, fictitious world where they call themselves Black, Negroes, and colors. And so now this is the remember back after the war, when they was coming back and all those people were addicted to poppy. And it's several different forms of this going into the hospital, pharmaceutical types. We can't say the different names, but most of the people that's my street guys know what I'm talking about, right? So it symbolizes all those different avenues of this opium being pumped onto the streets. And then another witch shows up and put the snow on the streets. The snow represents the white girl. Okay, we gotta say certain things like that, right? To pump to on the street. So that shows you that. So they drugged us to make it, and the drugs only affected Dorothy and the Lion. Why? Because they were real people. They weren't artificial like the Straw Man and the Tin Man. The drugs didn't affect the Straw Man and the Tin Man, but the drugs affect Dorothy and the Lion. Why? Because they're real flesh and blood beings. See that they ain't your Straw Man and Tin Man. You letting it affect your flesh and blood beings, but stuff like drugs can't affect the artificial person, right? So they show that as a symbolic of you being flesh and blood versus the Straw Man and Tin Man. Yeah, that boy, that ass, right? That ass, like, because the right, I don't know what why they call it ass is because a lot of that stuff be smuggled in people's ass, especially in jail. If I was in jail, I wouldn't do no drugs because it's a 95% chance, it's a real high chance that came in through somebody's ass. You know what I'm saying? So, like old boy said, man, old boy gave old boy some shit and in the jail, gave him some stuff. And then the old boy, he came back, asked him like a day later, he said, man, was there some good shit? He said, yeah, man, it was some good shit. It smelled just like ass. It had an ass when he got through hitting it. He said it had ass taste on the back end of it. And dude said he had to wonder, was it because it came out of old boy's behind? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, that's another reason why you got to grow your own shit, man. You got to grow your own shit. Cause hey, man, they don't tell it if you hitting some shit right now that came out of somebody's ass or something like that, you know. So you got to think on that. So they tried that. The whole scheme and scam of this particular part is that they drugged us over here with mostly with Poppy and the Snow, and this is a distraction. They're harmed and distracted our physical, our flesh and blood, the real you, not the ID, driver license, birth certificate, social security, Straw Man, Tin Man. Right? So you see it. This is part of the game to keep you down, keep you disillusioned. But they still stayed. Eventually, the other one, the Poppy was a downer, but the Snow was an upper. The other Richard gave him the upper. So that's what they tell you. At first, they gave us a downer. Back in the 60s and 50s, it was the downers. And then they say, oh, this shit make niggas where they can see the signs. Because when you slow down and you drive slow, you can read the signs. But when you speed up, you can't see the signs no more. Right? So they gave us the opium first to slow us down. And then they didn't calculate that down. Now these niggas are gonna be able to see what's going on. And that's why people like Billie Holiday, Ray Charles, these artists who were doing it and coming out with all this different, channeling this different type of music in. Right? So they didn't calculate that. They said, oh shit, we got to change it up because these suckers, they counting peace and love and harmony. And the energy of this music is really gonna speed them back up. So we can't have it. And so we got to change the game. We got to speed their ass back up. So they came with the Wicked Witch who dropped the snow, who brought the snow. Keep in mind, witches are chemists. They'll make potions. Crack cocaine was a potion. Keep that in mind. And who are these witches working for? We're about to get down to that. They're working for a little nigga behind the curtain, which is a dog named Total. And keep in mind, total means everything. And total as in total recall. But to get into that. Yeah, man, we try to keep it. We better mix it up, man. We try to give you a little bit of fun, comedy, education, truth, all that mixed in, man. Because like I say, Paul Mooney is one of our instructors at the All Mind University. So we try to take our funniness and add that in because it's part of it, man. It's how Tahuti is. It's how he teach. He got funny jokes. He crack jokes. Go back and listen to Baba. He always cracking the joke. He might drop a curse word here and there. You know, it depends on the energy behind it. People see curse words are not really curse words. It just depends on the witch or the wizard that's casting the spell and the tones that they casting it in. 15 already pointed it out. Go back and watch those tapes with the 15 Elder. It's called Circumology. Watch the 5-tape series Circumology tapes, and you'll get an idea on how words are used as spells. Right? So they did it. They drugged us, man. Got us where we off our note, where we blurry. We had to come back. We had to it gave us the upper. Now they sped us up. Now we going fast on the yellow brick road. So as we proceed on the yellow brick road, and keep in mind too to point out that the beginning, when the tornado came, that was the same symbolization of you a symbolism as you being born into this matrix. The 1913 Federal Reserve Act. This matrix is this artificial scrawl man, 10-man world. That's all artificial. The court system, everything, it's all artificial. It's artificial. And they force us and scare us and bully us and intimidate us into staying into this artificial world. These are the agents, all the agents who making money, who work for these people. The agents, they bully us, they intimidate us, and they do all that, but it's like they was doing in the movie with Wizard of Oz, but all you gotta do is click your heels 3 times. We're about to get into that. But we still following that yellow brick road. So now, how do we follow the yellow brick road? The yellow brick road is where the gold went. Now we know of a being by the name of Abu Bakr. Let's get a picture of Abu Bakr pulled up so you can get an idea. I thought I had a picture of him pulled up already. But Abu Bakr was the one that sailed to America. He really was the richest man that ever lived, really. But they say Mansa Musa, his brother, was the richest man, but it really was Abu Bakr. Because Abu Bakr had way more gold than his brother. He brought his brother only a percentage of the gold because he couldn't bring all of it back. He couldn't bring all of it back to Africa, West Africa with him. All right, so this is Abu Bakr right here. Abu Bakr right here, right? This dude was a Mulattoan Moor from West Africa who sailed over here. And keep in mind, we already went back to the story. You gotta go back and get those tapes. Go back and get the King George tape, right? And get the King George tape and get the Mansa Musa AEO files part 1 through 4 and watch those tapes. And you get an understanding on who Abu Bakr II was. So you're chasing the gold, right? We're chasing the gold. We know that Inky was an anarchy who for a long story short, started stealing the gold from the anarchists they was taking back to Nubaru, and he started bringing the gold over to America. To all this tying together, man. Don't let this go over your head. All this, everything that we told you over the course ties in together. So Inky was bringing the gold over to the Aztecs, storing the gold over there, a whole bunch of gold. And then eventually a certain amount of years passed by, a certain amount of cycles. I think it was like 50 something cycles, 53, 54 cycles, 52, where Inky told him it was coming back, and he didn't ever come back. But then Abu Bakr showed up over there because he accidentally showed up over there because they tried to sell around the Bermuda Triangle, because the first ship that he sent over there, they got trapped in the Bermuda Triangle and sucked to the center of the earth. And Abu Bakr got his man to sail around that and go to Central America. And they landed in Central America. When they seen Abu Bakr, he was tall, about around 6'4", 6'5". And keep in mind, Inky was tall too because he was in anarchy. He was about like 6'8", 7 foot tall. And they thought that Abu Bakr was Inky. So they turned over gold to him. They turned out with so much gold that he couldn't even, his silk couldn't even hold the gold. So he said, you know what, I ain't gonna sail back to Africa right now. I'm gonna sail up the Mississippi River. So Abu Bakr sailed up the Mississippi River. Let's get a picture of that. So we follow the gold. This all ties into the Wheel of Laws because we follow the yellow brick road. That's what they told us. Follow the yellow brick road. We're gonna see your damn riddle. We're gonna talk about your damn riddle. The yellow brick road is like the Mississippi and the Nile. The yellow brick road, we ain't gonna tell them too much because we found a while. We know where the gold is. We know where the gold is hidden it. It's a gold deposit over here that's left for us once we get back in control. It's a gold deposit in America, a hidden treasure. And I know where is it. The ancestors told me where is it, but I'm not gonna tell it where is it. And they know where is it. Well, they know what one of them is, but they don't know what a big one is. You remember, like just now they just announced in Uganda, after Uganda got back control of their country, they found a gold deposit. You notice that the ancestors revealed their gold deposit to them after they got control back of their country from the same people who's after us? They find 31 million tons of gold. And we got more gold than that over here from Inky. All right. We got more gold than that, man. And there's a deposit over here in a certain area. And Baba was on it, man. Baba was on it. We only can say that much. Just think about that. Just think about that, bro. It's a big ass gold deposit over here. Hope we don't start one of them things where niggas going out looking for gold there. But we ain't gonna tell you where is it though, sis. We ain't gonna tell you where is it, man. They looking for it. That big deposit. All right, let's get a map. Let's get a map of the United States. Mississippi River, United States. All right, there we go. So Abu Bakr, let me see, can I say this so I can blow it up? All right, let me blow it up real quick. Somebody say Young L to get them niggas, man. If you want to show us some love, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Send us a donation, man, if you want to show us some love. Yeah, nothing like the truth being told. All right, so Abu Bakr, he sailed around the Bermuda Triangle and came up this way, up to right here to Mexico, right? Well, when he saw how much gold it was, he didn't want to take all the gold. He couldn't take all the gold back. He was going to take some back, but he didn't want to take all the gold back. So he said, I got to find a place to hide this gold. So what he did is he sailed right here to Louisiana. Now, keep in mind the Louisiana Purchase. This shit, look, man, if y'all think Young Elder a game and y'all sleeping on the Young Elder, you're about to get a crook in your neck, bro. If you're sleeping on Young Elder, why would they particularly come and get them niggas to excavate this land, Lewis and Clark, this land right here, which is the Louisiana Purchase, which was Washita land. This particular area right here in the middle. We're going to show you that. Matter of fact, let's pull it up while we got that map. Let's pull the Washita land, the Louisiana Purchase. We got these niggas, Rod. Don't worry, man. We got these niggas. We got these niggas, man. All right, keep in mind that Mississippi River is the great Nile of the West. Mississippi is the great Nile of the West. Keep that in mind now. I told you we in Egypt over here too. This is Egypt of the West. And that's over there, it's Egypt of the East. Hold on. Let's do a map. We got to get the map. We got these niggas, man. Don't worry about nothing. You know what I'm gonna do? Since they want to play the games, let's type it in like this. Yeah, we got your ass. Don't worry about nothing. Don't run now. All right, don't run now. We know what you did. All right, so you see the same route that Abu Bakr took to go up here and hide his gold. You see, they came to capture that land because they know about the Abu Bakr's gold. See that land? Why would they particularly come and capture this area? Because Abu Bakr came up here to South Dakota, to the Lakota people. And keep in mind, they had a war. The military had a war where they went in and tried to kill these people off and steal the Knights of Templar to steal that land. You got to go play a video game called Assassin's Creed. It breaks down almost everything in that damn game, man. I'm telling you, these suckers put out truth in movies, in video games, and they got you thinking it's Looney Tune and cartoon and fictitious, so that shit could go right over your head. They gonna say, we told them who they were, we told them about their history, but they thought it was all video game and movies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, St. Louis too. It's some records hidden in St. Louis too. The Chief Warhorse mentioned about St. Louis and Kansas. Those two areas. And keep in mind, that's a central point right here in the middle of our land, bro. But the Louisiana Purchase, the Mississippi River go up, right? And then Abu Bakr sailed up there and started hiding gold in the Black Hills, which they call Mount Rushmore. Check that out. Rush the Moors. See, look here. So I will see this right here, land where the Mississippi is the Louisiana Purchase, is really ancient Egyptian land, which is why you got Cairo, Illinois, which is why you got Memphis as mirror cities to all the Egypt in the east. Right? So Abu Bakr sails up there and he starts hiding gold in this area right here, which is Mount Rush the Moors. Now let me show you. These suckers, they put a movie out about it called National Treasure Hunt with Nicolas Cage. Right in there, they telling you there's an underground city that's made. It's so much gold under this thing that. But this ain't the area where all the gold is, where the gold deposit is. It's just a area that they was trying to get from Abu Bakr where he hit the gold, and this is black. It's like the Black Hills, and it got a secret passage to the center of the earth right here. So this was an ancient site for us as Washita Native American Indians on our land that the Louisiana Purchase. Over 3 million and some acres. It was really more than that. It's over. I can't. She says it in her book, the Return of the Ancient Ones. Right, but this is the entrance to that underground city where the gold was. And keep in mind, when Nicolas Cage in the movie, he was telling you that Albert Pike and them came over here, the Knights of Templar. Albert Pike was the Knights of Templar. The Albert Pike and them came over here under the orders of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria is who usurped the Moors from the throne. She the first ruler of this new people who took over after the Moors in 1837. And she sent Albert Pike, who was a Knights of Templar, to go over here and look. That's what the gold rush was all about, to find our shit. And this is an opening to that entrance to that cave site where all that underground city is. I'm telling you, man, they show you in the movie with Nicolas Cage. Now, some of the gold they was able to remove, and this is why they get the gold right here. Some of that gold they brought here, and then they overnight stole it and took it to Switzerland. We're gonna get back to the Knights of Templar. We're dealing with two groups. The first group, that's with Queen Elizabeth and them and Albert Pike and them, they the ones that was going after that gold, and they the ones that set up the Fort Knox, and then they sold that gold and transferred it to France, and then transferred it from France to who the niggas that Rod Hayes was fanging last night. These niggas with the Red Cross, these Switzerland niggas. That's what the gold being, some of it, but they couldn't move all of it because it had a frequency on it that when they was trying to move it, they couldn't get it, they couldn't excavate that area. So what they did is, since they couldn't get all the gold out of that area, they kept what they took to the Fort Knox, And they telling you, and they also made and melted all the gold that they took off the streets from all the people during the 1933 gold act, right? They melted all your gold down, all your balls, and then put it into that Fort Knox, and then stole it. They couldn't get all the gold from Mount Rush, the Moors. They couldn't get all the gold from Mount. So what they do, they put guards on it. They put guards on this mountain. So the Knights of Templar guard this mountain, and they got a secret base underground. And they tell you about that secret base on the Assassin's Creed, right? And they put these niggas up there, right? But they tell you about the base that's underground here, and they showed you interest to it. And it's the Knights of Templar is guarding this base. Who are they guarding this base for? The church. The church. The Knights of Templar work for the church. So they guard our money, one of our sacred sites, one of our gold deposits that's put there by Abu Bakr. And they fought. At first, this was being guarded by the Lakota Native American Indians who landed, like the Dakota, North Dakota, South Dakota. They call it Lakota people. You can look them up. The Native American tribe that was mixed with the Hoshin group. They were Washita Native Americans mixed with Hoshin. And they was over this land, but they started a war with them in like the 1900s. We're gonna get that. Matter of fact, let's pull it up right now. We can't half step at all right now. Let's get these niggas. You know how we do? We're gonna go ready to take a break in a minute, and we're gonna come back for the part 2. The Lakota. So this is Lakota people, but the originals are dark skinned Hoshin looking like these people right here. All right. Ben York actually mixed with these people. Had a kid with these people. And Abu Bakr also had a kid, had 4 wives. Abu Bakr had like 3 or 4 wives from this tribe. And he had kids with these people. So some of people are descendants of Abu Bakr coming down from these people over here. But it was a war. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see what year it was. Okay, go back. Hold on, we got to get Google. Okay. But there was a war where the military came to steal these people land. Look at that. Look how dark he is. Look at that. All right. Hey, Brother Love, man, I think Brother Love know it. He could drop it in the chat. But I'm gonna go back. Let me go back to let me go to Google real quick. Watch, I'm gonna find it for you. Watch this. Watch. You know your brother be on that research. We live researching right now. Oh no, nigga, don't run there. We got your ass now, boy. We got your ass. Yeah, hey, Carl, go back. Right, it says the great Shoshone Shinnecock. I can't say that word. War in 1876, also known as the Black Hill War, was a series of battles and negotiations that occurred in 1876, 1877 in the alliance of the Dakota people in northern against the United States. All right, so this in 1876 is when they raided that land to steal the gold that was there, their underground city. Hold on, let me make give me a second. I'm learning this as I'm going. I'm putting this together as I'm going. All right, when was the Louisiana Purchase? That's what we got to figure out. When 1803. Yeah, see, 1803. So the gold rush, they started looking for that gold. And then, hold on, let's type in when was the gold rush. You gotta follow the gold. We following the gold. We following the yellow brick road, like they said. We following the yellow brick road. Oh shit, we got her. All right, so Louisiana Purchase 1803, 1840, 48 gold rush. Where they brought when they came, oh shit, the ancestors giving it to me right now, man, as we going. It's all coming to me. They needed our land, the Wichita land, because they knew about the gold reserve on that land. So they got the land 1803. That's a little bit when Queen Elizabeth and them was taking over. That's when 1801, 1802 is when the Rothschilds took control of the British Parliament, the Moorish British Parliament. The French come over here try to take our land, 1803. 1848, they bring niggas over here to find the gold, to sniff out the gold in that land that Lewis and Clark excavated. And it took them up to, let's go back, 1876, and they found it. Took them like 30 years, and they found the gold up in Mount Rushmore in the Black Hills. And that's what the Louisiana Purchase was all about. It's about finding that gold that Abu Bakr took up the Mississippi River to the, man, I got their ass. Thank you, ancestors. We got their ass. Yeah, so we putting it together right now, man. We putting it together, y'all. Hey, y'all, so if you got anything you want to, hey, if y'all got anything y'all see, throw it in the chat, man. We putting it together right now as we go. So the Louisiana Purchase, which is Ouachita land, specifically Ouachita land. Why would they specifically excavate that particular piece of land? Why would that gold rush happen a little bit after that? Why would they find the gold and then attack these Lakota people where the gold was hidden at in 1876? And then they decided they couldn't move all the gold. Albert Pike and all them niggas, who the Knights of Templar, saw they couldn't move all the gold. So what they do, they build the base around it. They build the base around it, underground base, to guard that gold, but they can't move it. And who they guarding it for? The church. And who the church worked for? The same niggas. It goes all the way back to Switzerland. Now keep in mind, last night before we take a break, the brother Rod Hayes pointed out where these people were from. He showed you a grill. See, people outside he be doing, people don't be paying attention. But me, I be on everything he be saying. Even though I was kind of sleepy, I still was listening to it. I said, oh shit, he getting them. My brain can't handle it. Really, I went sleepy because my brain, as Rod Hayes be talking, a lot of stuff be going on in my brain of what he's saying, tying shit together. And so as he was talking, I'm saying, oh, that's the area. It's Switzerland. That's the center point for France. It's a centerpiece for France. Hold on, let's get that picture to show you that we on point where we headed with this thing. All right, so you gotta look at them. You gotta go back and look at that tape from last night when the brother Rod Hayes was showing you the geographical locations of these different Jewish people. Right, and Switzerland is right there, and you see the sign. Keep in mind that sign. Brother Rod Hayes showed you that sign, the red cross, the red cross, red shield, the Knights of Templar, pretty much, for the Roman Catholic Church. Right, so you see that right here, and then you got France. I think it's Italy, and then you got Germany. So they in the center point of all they guard dogs, and these different people that Rod Hayes was pointing out was coming from these different areas. I believe that these black Moorish Jews, they come from this area. This is their strong point. This is their center point. We trace the gold all the way back to this area right here, to Switzerland. I believe these is what these black so-called Zionist Jews are hiding at, man. They hide inside of Switzerland. And they controlling all their guard dogs, which is France, who stole the Louisiana Purchase. France is always instrumental in taking over shit. And they could have originated from Africa, and they used France to take over Switzerland, because we've discovered that the war that Switzerland was between when France invaded Switzerland. So remember, Rod Hayes said they connect back to France, and we know that the three city states, Washington D.C., France, and Paris, and the Vatican. And don't do the super chat. Do the if you want to service some love, send the cash out. We in the game, man. Super chat. They take percentage of the cash, man. Man, don't worry. We just not getting started, young elder gang. I ain't even went into the deep. We still breaking down the Wizard of Oz, but we tied everything in else too while we going along get to class. So we about to go take a break, man, and drinking some water, stretch, walk outside. I want to take in some of my ancestors because my ancestors is in the air. We the airbenders. We the last airbenders. So I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna take me some deep breaths of the air, breathe my ancestors in, let them electric charges hit my brain stem so I can put this and think about what I just said, because I don't even know what I just said. The ancestors is working through me, man. They're working with us right now. Every time, everything that everybody has is a piece to the puzzle, whether it be Hebrew, Muslim, they are our family. They are our family, and everything is a piece to the puzzle. We got to tie it all in together to make it one. So we're gonna take a quick break, man. We're gonna be back in about 30 minutes to an hour on part 2. We want you to meditate on this first part. Breaking down, young elder breaks down the Wizard of Oz. Right? So take your quick break. We'll be